Hey everyone. So we are live now. Hopefully people can hop on. Well, some people were concerned the link didn't seem to be working. We have got all kinds of exciting stuff to talk about tonight. Seems like people still can't get in, so let's just give this a second. Okay, we have one viewer. That's good news.
Woohoo!
Okay, let's spread the word, viewer. Tell everyone that they can get on now.
Am I still showing up black?
You are still showing up as a black screen, Marcy.
What the heck?
I don't know.
And I can see me, and then I see...
And now our viewer is gone.
Oh.
Well, that was fun while it lasted. Oh my goodness. Did I put the link wrong? This is why oh, now we have two viewers. Okay, good. This is why I usually have Joel join on another device, but he had to go out. All right.
Oh, Carly's
Where's
gone.
Carly? Carly, come back.
Carly went back to see if you can get the video to go up. I thought about that too.
Smarty, smarty.
I'm going to actually do that and come back.
And I don't know Google Plus at all. All right. Can somebody who's actually watching right now just post on our Facebook groups? There's Carly. That live, and they should be able to join now. And there's Marcy and your beautiful faces. Yay.
Oh, there's Carly. Hi, Carly.
Hi.
Thanks, Penny.
When they click on the link, it doesn't take them there.
Yeah. Upstairs, right now.
Maybe I sent the wrong, but like it's showing me that there's 4 viewers right now. So, let me see. No, I don't want to send the link that I sent you guys because that will bring them on the call. Now there's 4 viewers. I think people are, okay, yeah, people are saying they're watching. I think it's working. We'll just wait a couple minutes for our numbers to go up. Thanks for joining us, 4 people, though. I wish I could see who you all were. But either way, we have lots of cool stuff to talk about and lots of cool people to talk about it with. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves while we're hanging out here? Candace is here. Hey, Candace. No? We're not introducing ourselves? Okay.
Sure.
I'll introduce. All right. I'll go first. I'm Catherine. You guys all know me. I am the Star Director from Ajax, Ontario. My team is Faith Trust and Purple Pixie Dust. I have been with Scentsy for 5.5 years, and I love it. And that's about it. Today we're going to talk about how to make your summer rock and how to work your business every day this summer so that your fall and winter is stellar.
Woohoo!
Our numbers are climbing. Okay, perfect. People are getting in. That's fantastic. So we had talked about we would share like an exciting announcement about reunion, and Scentsy went and let the cat out of the bag, which is fine because it's their secret to tell anyway. I know. So what's happening, and this is really, really cool, because often, if you've ever kind of watched the goings-on of reunion from home, which I have, years that I haven't gone, and it's kind of sad when you're at home and you see everybody having so much fun and seeing all the new product first. But this year, Scentsy is going to be doing the new product reveals by videos. Heidi and Orville are going to make videos revealing all of the new product, and it will be released to all of the regions at the same time. So North America, Europe, Australia, New Zealand will all see the reveals all at the same time, which is really, really amazing. And then for those of us who are going to reunion, it will allow us time to kind of organize our thoughts and figure out what we need to know more about, what we want training on, what questions we want answered. Our teams can tell us what questions they want answered, and we can kind of be their kind of like representatives at reunion. We can go and get the training and get the information and bring that back for them. So it's really, really cool. And hopefully we can plan kind of like a reveal viewing party, or people can do that in their smaller groups or teams. So super exciting. I think we'll just get started. Sarah Price was supposed to help out tonight, but I think they have no power, so she will not be joining us. But we will still do our best. I will try and keep this to an hour and let you all go by 10 Eastern. Okay, so summer, it's been said that summer months are slow. You won't hear that from me. But some people say that the summer months are slow in direct sales or in any business because people go away on vacation, the kids are home, so it's hard to get things done, and any other number of reasons. But we are here today to bust that myth. The J months are not slow, the summer months are not slow if you plan to rock them. So I was looking at my calendar today and kind of counting out the weeks that we have from July 1st, so kind of, I know summer is officially already started, but from July 1st till September 1st, till our new catalog launches, we have about 9 weeks. So I thought to myself, if we were to come up with an idea for every weekday for all of those 9 weeks, we need 45 ideas. Tell me my math is somewhat correct there. Anyway, so I have 45 ideas written down, different ways that you can, I actually have 46, ways that you can work your business over the summer. And this is why I recommended having a notepad and a pen, so you can take these down. You can jot down your own thoughts next to them and so on. And then at certain points, I will have my friends come in and kind of expand on the ideas because they have awesome, awesome ideas. So I will number them in case you're writing them down, if you don't believe me that there's actually 46. So number 1 is to post on your social media every single day, all summer. Keep it positive. It doesn't always have to be Scentsy, but definitely sprinkle it in there. And whatever else that you're posting, make sure it's positive. If you are going to be on vacation, for example, away from the internet or away from like not having your cell phone, that's no problem. You can actually schedule your posts. There's lots of different apps or websites that you can use to schedule social media posts. So why not spend, an hour and schedule a week or 2 worth of posts in advance, so that then that just happens and you look really consistent in your business. I'm still getting tons and tons of notifications. Can they get on? Not so much? No? It shows me that there's 7. Do you want to?
I've had 3 people message me and ask me how I got on. But I don't know if I can go back and write to them or not.
I don't know. And see, our link, like the link that I sent you guys, is to be on here and talk.
My cousin just said people can apparently view the video, but I can't, along with many other people.
Okay, can somebody who's actually viewing it take the link from where they are and share it?
Ooh, good idea.
That's a good idea.
Because I'm just afraid if I go out of here that I won't be able to figure out how to get back.
Yeah, that's why I'm not responding to people.
So
I'm like just looking at it, reading it.
That's so mean. He's watching it. Like, those guys are jerks.
Debbie's telling me that her iPad did not work, but when she got on the computer, it did work.
Okay. So it might be a computer thing?
Computer, I don't know.
Okay. Candace is going to post the link again. Thank you, Candace. Appreciate it. Good thing I only got to number 1.
Your number one is pretty much my number two.
It's okay. I won't repeat it then.
It's too late. The cat's already out of the bag, Catherine.
Oh, back to 8. Should we keep going?
You look so scared.
I feel awful. I feel so unqualified. Technology and I are not friends.
We did so well today on our practice run.
We did something. um,
I'm just telling people they can see the recording after.
okay.
Because I can't keep answering this.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just do what we can.
So you're recording it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's recording. All right. So number 2 is check your workstation daily. Make it part of your routine. When you have your coffee in the morning or before you go to bed at night, just make it something that you do, like brushing your teeth. Always check your workstation every single day. Check the news tab because that's where official updates and announcements are always posted. And I always say it's not official until it's in the news tab. So always check your news tab, check your performance, see how yours and your team, if you have one, numbers are doing. Shout people out. Like tell them, hey, way to work your business, even in the summer. And resources tab because they're always posting flyers and tons of cool stuff there to help us out. Number 3, always be prepared. You will be busy going out to play dates and swimming lessons and camp and whatever else you do in the summer with your kids or family. So make sure that you have business cards and catalogs and samples and light bulbs everywhere. Make up like a little mobile office for yourself. Use a journal bag if you're bringing wax with you. But like put a look. I saw somebody. She had light bulbs like just in her glove box because when you are out and about and you meet people and they find out that you're a Scentsy consultant, oh, I need a light bulb. My warmer hasn't worked in so long. So just be prepared wherever you go. Number 4, as temperatures rise, we want to think about non-melting samples. It's not ideal to give wax samples in the summer unless you use those little felt dipped ones. But we now have tons of awesome non-melting samples like our laundry care items, skin, and groom. And you can also still feel free to make your own samples of things like washer whiffs or whatever the case may be. Excuse me. I have really bad allergies, so like my nose is just itchy. Ignore me. Number 5. So we still, of course, want to focus on booking parties. And summer lends itself to all kinds of fun theme parties. Think of our July warmer of the month, the ice cream cone. Lots of people are planning ice cream socials, have a sundae bar with different toppings, and have your Scentsy out, of course, for people to sniff. You can have pool parties, barbecues, flip-flop parties, make everyone wear funny flip-flops. Like the possibilities are endless. Get whole families involved, get people's kids involved. But really have fun with the themes. Number 6 is host your own customer appreciation or VIP party. So I do this a lot in the months that are thought to be slower. I host my own party at my house and I set up everything that I have and I just invite basically everyone who's ever bought Scentsy from me as well as my friends who haven't bought Scentsy from me. And I have nice snacks and drinks for them, and we just chat and have a visit. And some people come and buy, some people don't. But the point is showing your appreciation for the people that kind of support you all throughout the year. Maybe offering a personal special that day to them or that type of thing. Number 7, bring back my bar is coming up on Friday, and I'm so excited. This is really like one of the biggest opportunities of the year that Scentsy gives us to contact our customers. and they've made it even better this time because they've given us even more fragrances coming back. We have 25 coming back. So what I do every time we have Bring Back My Bar is go in my workstation and go in the orders tab, and you can actually, there's a little search box there, and you can type in the name of each scent. So type in Apple Press, and it will bring up every customer who has ever ordered Apple Press from you. So you write those down, and then you contact those people. Say, hey, Jenny, I saw that Apple Press is coming back next month, and I know how much you love that scent. Do you want a 6-pack? Do you need to stock up? Really push the stocking up. Remind them that it's going to be gone again, and we don't know if or when it will come back. But just the fact that you remembered or that you know that they loved that scent will impress them. That'll go a long way. Borrow bags. Number 8, borrow bags. So this is something that is really great to get either new people who've never tried Scentsy at all, or people who are wax and warmer customers to expand into different product lines. So you can lend them a warmer that you have if you have tons of your own personal warmers or extra stock warmers, or if you maybe joined more recently and you bought the Shooting Star Enhancement Kit, then you might have some extra warmers in there. So put together a little gift bag or tote bag kind of thing with maybe a cube each of a few different scents, and allow them to borrow that for a few days and try it out. Also, why not a laundry borrow bag? I've seen people give in a little laundry basket looking thing, the whole laundry care set, and say, here, borrow this, do 2 or 3 loads of laundry, give it back, and let me know what you thought. Excuse me. You could do the same thing with cleaning products. How cute would like a little bucket be with the kitchen soap and counter spray, Scentsy Fresh. My kids are walking around upstairs, so I'm looking. You could do even a diffuser borrow bag. If you have one that you're willing to lend, you might want to make a little contract for that, put a diffuser and a couple of oils, because you know as well as I know that once people try our product, they're hooked. So getting it into their hands and into their homes and having them actually experience it is huge. And this is a good time of year to do that, because maybe you'll be going away for a few days, so you can lend out all your stuff before you go, and then when you get back you can follow up. So you still have your time to go on your vacation or be with your family, but by thinking ahead you can still be working your business. Number 9 is basket parties, and Carly is going to talk more about that because basket parties are kind of her thing. Go for it.
Hey everyone, I'm Carly. I'm in Catherine's team. I'm from Ajax, Ontario as well. And like she said, I do really well with basket parties. So I'm just going to give you a couple little tips that I do in mine. So the first thing is I have my little hostess envelope, coaching envelope. When it's going out, I fill out everything, their name, all that information. I always make sure to have the scent of the month, warmer of the month. And then I point out to them everything on the back that they can fill out and all that. And then what I find really helpful are these little inserts that I put in. So the first one, and I have to give credit to some boot camp sisters of mine. Jessica Villarreal is one, and then actually Katie Farner is another who is not a boot camp sister, but she had great ideas. I have something called a thank you for hosting a basket party info. I don't know if you can see it, hopefully. So I just say before you get started, I just wanted to give you some helpful tips to make this the best basket party experience for yourself and your guests. If you have any questions at all, of course, I'm always here to help, so don't hesitate to reach out to me. And then number 1, I say I find it can often be confusing figuring out shipping and tax, so I like to include the formula to calculate both 10%, which is a qualified order, and 20% shipping on an order placed in Ontario. Our tax rate is 13%, so of course you're going to customize that to wherever your host lives. And then I do put my little formula there. I just put subtotal times 1.1 times 1.13 equals total. And then a lot of people ask me how to actually break down to know exactly what the tax is and stuff. So I'm sure everyone can figure out how to explain that. Number 2, I put combine and saves. Scentsy offers many different ways to save. If you're a frequent customer, you're likely already familiar with our buy 5 get 1 free package. But there are lots more ways to save on warmers, wax, laundry, and more. Please refer to pages 60 and 61. This is so important because I find a lot of my customers give me like 1 warmer and 3 bars, and they haven't calculated any savings into that. So that's why I like to refer them directly to that page. For some reason, they seem to miss it. So that's really important. Everybody appreciates someone that saves them some money. Number 3, order forms. I don't know about you guys, but almost all of my customers get confused about filling out order forms. So I like to make it easy for them. And I tell them, everyone fills them out differently, but here's the important part. Please have your guests fill out all highlighted areas in full. They do not need to fill out the product code section, and don't worry, if they've missed an opportunity to save, I will look it over and make sure they get the best package for their order. So I will pull out, this is my little thing for my order form. So I've highlighted everything that is important for them to give me, the credit card info, their postal code, all that kind of stuff. And I also let them know it's really important to get me that email so I can get them signed up for the newsletter. Number 4 is our cause product. Another thing that I think a lot of customers overlook because they're just really excited to look at the product sheets in the catalog, and they kind of skip over all the other stuff. So I let them know that every catalog season, Scentsy likes to support a different charity through a cause product. Anytime this item is purchased, a portion of the sale goes directly to the current charity we are supporting. I've sold, I think, 16 Bernie the Butterflies so far, and it's because I always point out that cause product. It's so important. For my family, it's really important because my son is low-functioning autistic, but any cause, really, it's important to highlight that for them. So then I just finish it off by saying, I hope you find this information helpful and allows your basket party to be a fun, easy, and successful experience. As always, thank you for supporting my small business. So I think it's kind of nice to give them that extra touch at the bottom. Thank you. Everybody wants their party to be easy. That's, you know, the big push for them doing it, right? So that's important for me, and it's been successful. Another thing I'm in love with. It's called 4 Simple Ways to Get the Most Free Scentsy. 1. Reach for $600 in orders before taxes. You get $90 in free product, 3 half-priced items, and then this one is a big one, and a free nightlight from me. So this, of course, is just to be in your basket parties delivered to your host, but then they have a push for something extra. Completely fill out 10 drawing slips from anyone who smells or asks about your Scentsy party. You get a free scent circle. That gives you 10 contacts of people who maybe didn't order, but now you can follow up with them. Sorry if you can't see it. And 3, ask anyone that comes to your basket party if they would like to have a party with their friends and family so they can earn free and half-price product. You get a free bar for each party you book. 4, this one's my favorite. Pick one person to share the opportunity with and give them the sponsoring folder, which is a sealed envelope. This one is not ready to go yet, but I've just started kind of decorating. It's just an envelope, and I include some join information, catalog, scent circle, basically an opportunity packet. And you get a free warmer of your choice if they join our Scentsy family. And I've so far had quite a bit of success with this little sheet, so I really like using it. I put it in every single basket party. Sometimes it comes back to me untouched. Most times people are talking to me about it and they're really excited. Then the other big important thing is how I deliver. Right now I only have my big testers because I do have basket parties out, but everything is in one bag. And I like these thermal totes. They have a zipper, so if they're knocking them around the car, kids are playing with it, whatever, your testers aren't getting lost and you're not having to replace a bunch of testers. And they're also safe if they forget them in the heat or what have you. Normally, I include a scent circle, a room spray, all the testers. I make sure all the scent of the month ones are in there especially, and all that information that I just read to you. And so far, this has been working really well for me, and I'm really excited to continue it through the summer and see how much more I can do.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. I think we had a request as well. If you might be able to share those files, like the printed sheets.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Okay, so I think a few more people got on. I was able, while you were talking, to go into my YouTube app and grab the link, and that seems to be working. So yeah, hopefully a few more people can still join. And again, the whole thing is being recorded, so if you missed the beginning, don't stress. You can catch it later. All right, so that was number 9. Number 10 is one of my favorite things, training. So just because it's summer doesn't mean that you can not do training. Training is so, so important. So make sure that you take advantage of it. Like every Tuesday, Scentsy gives us a free all-consultant training call. It's directors and above who are sharing their knowledge, their experience, their tips. So you know it's from people who have like a measure of success in the business. So why wouldn't you want to learn from them? If the Tuesday trainings don't work, you can watch the recordings on the training center, or find somebody who you look up to or who inspires you. Find their YouTube channel and watch their trainings. Follow people who inspire you on Periscope. See if your upline has trainings, Facebook groups that provide trainings. Just make sure that you are seeking out and engaging in some type of training for your business or self-improvement on at least a weekly basis, because that will keep your mind active. It will give you new ideas and keep you excited. Number 11 is networking, meeting people. And there's so many different ways to do that, even in summer, or maybe you should say especially in summer. Look for networking groups in your area. There's tons of small business networking groups. Some are kind of almost like a franchise thing. Others are just ones that people have made up independently. If you can't find one, why not start one? Reach out to other small business owners that you know in your area and set up a networking group. Set up a monthly meeting. Sit and chat about how you get business and whatnot. Why not go to events? Maybe you couldn't get a table at an event, but maybe you can still go as an attendee. There are tons of outdoor events and fairs and like Rib Fest and Food Truck Festival and all kinds of things like that in the summertime. So why not go there? Wear your Scentsy gear, wear your hats, your t-shirts, your bags, whatever it is that you have. Come armed with your samples and just chat with people. You know, if you're wearing a sparkly Scentsy shirt, people are going to ask, and just make conversation with people. But always make sure that you're armed with your, not only your cards, but your draw slips, and get people's contact information, because a conversation is no good if you can't follow up on it, right? Number 12 I have here is get your family involved. So summer is, a lot of people say, well, I don't want to take time away from the kids while they're at school. So get them involved in your business. Get them to help you make samples, put them in the baggies, put the stickers on, get them to help you make videos, make deliveries, videos and pictures. So this is a person of mine. Instead of using, like, I know there are a lot of really talented consultants that make really cute flyers, but try for a little while and see how it changes your business and people's reactions. If you take real life pictures of your kids, your husband using the products, how convincing would it be if you posted a picture of your husband using the groom products or a room spray or changing the wax, right? People love that kind of thing. So if you have more time with your family, get them involved in your business. Another tip that I heard on a training for summer one time was number 13, we'll call it, making samples for the fall. Stockpile your samples for fall because we know once fall hits, we are going to have tons of parties and events, and sample making can be time consuming. So if your schedule is a little bit slower in the summer, take advantage of that and make samples ahead of time. If you're wanting them for fall, I would probably recommend choosing something from like the classic collection that is not likely to be discontinued. Don't choose like Havana Cabana or something really summery, because of course that's not what people are going to be looking for in the fall. But you can't go wrong with something like black raspberry, vanilla, and those type things. Okay, number 14, attend Scentsy family reunion or follow on the app. So that is really cool. Of course, not everybody can attend reunion because just this year cost of going is prohibitive. Holy cow, for a lot of people. But Scentsy has made it really easy this year, especially with the way that they're doing the video reveals, for everyone to be included. So get involved in that and get excited and educate yourself through the videos and through the app. Keep up with what's happening. So that you know first and that you can go to your customers and kind of be the authority on what's coming up for fall. Be creative. Number 15, be creative and flexible. Be ready to share Scentsy on the go. And this is what Sarah was going to talk to us about. Ideas about sharing Scentsy. Maybe you go camping or have a trailer. So different ways to share while you're gone. Always have testers with you. Put them in a little thermal bag. Use a warmer in your camper. I've heard of people hanging like the Scentsy flag at their campsite and that type of thing. Just think outside the box and be willing to share wherever you are. Number 16, okay, somebody else's turn soon. I'm running out of breath. Number 16 is Facebook parties. So people may be busy with their kids, but they will still be on Facebook every night. You can guarantee it. So why not, if you haven't tried Facebook parties yet, why not teach yourself? Join the Facebook consultant group, and learn how to do it properly, and try it out. Try it a few times, try different ways, and see what works. You never know, you could hit on a new favorite type of party. Team meetings, number 17. So there are tons of ways and opportunities to connect with your team over the summer, and I'm going to let Penny talk about that.
Okay, you guys hear me? Okay, so what I want to talk about is engaging relationships during the summer. So engaging relationships with your team, but also your customers. So let me see, you can see better there. Okay, relationships are the magic. They're magic key to your business. Forget about the products we sell. Sure, they're awesome, but the products aren't going to sell themselves. It's the relationships that we make that will foster the lifeline to our business. So relationships are really the lifeline. Our network. So when I think about relationships, you think about the network you have. And some of these people in your network might include your team, your upline, other people who sell other direct sales products, like different businesses that you might have met at a fair, existing customers that you already have, family, friends, maybe your church community, school moms and dads and teachers. So think of all these contacts as people that you can connect with, and they need you. They need you for something, and it might be adding value. So don't expect they'll remember you after one event or one meeting. It's your job to make these people remember you. So I brainstormed some ways that I foster relationships and what can be done during the summer. So what I thought about was maybe going back 1, maybe 2, how about 3 months? And why not just simply ask how people that have bought from you, how they're liking their products? Don't try to sell anything at all. Just ask them how they're liking their products. Because what this does is it makes you seem like you really care and that you're not a pushy salesperson and that you're just somebody that is genuinely caring about them and how they enjoyed the product. So it shows that you're more than just a salesperson. An example of this, an example that I just did recently was I had that brand new customer, and I put samples in her order. I talked about it the other night on my team page. And she got her warmer. She loved it. She posted a picture on Facebook, and she was ecstatic. It was the cream diamond shade, so it sparkles at night. She loved it, and the next day she messaged me so upset. She's like, my warmer doesn't work. There's something wrong with it. And what I figured out was it must have been a faulty bulb. So I was talking to my husband. He's like, well, that's a good excuse for me, because she lives about 45 minutes away. So he said, it's a good excuse for me to get on my motorbike. And I'm like, sure. And so what I did is I put a little package together for her, and I put in the light bulb, but I also threw in a dryer disc with the vanilla suede scent. And I wrote a personal note saying how much I was very sorry this happened, and that I really appreciated her business, and that I hope that this bulb does the trick, but enjoy the sample as well. It's for your dryer. And so when she got all the product, she messaged me. She's like, oh, what's the scent you gave me? And I said, well, that's vanilla suede. Unfortunately, it was just the sample I had, but Bring Back My Bar is coming up, so you'll be able to get it in the wax form in July. And she's like, oh my goodness, it looks like I'm going to have to order a ton more, because I sent her a flyer of all the Bring Back My Bar samples. And so I just started this conversation with her, and she said, I guess, and what I said to her is, it's okay. I hear that from all my customers. A lot of my customers say, don't tell my hubby. And it just started building a relationship, and I told her about a past experience where I was away on a Scentsy trip. See how I put in Scentsy trip? Because now she knows that I've earned trips. When I added that in, because I was away on a Scentsy trip, and when I came home, my husband had a motorcycle. He bought a motorcycle when I was on a Scentsy trip. He didn't even talk to me about it. I had no idea, right? So she started laughing about it. She's like, oh yeah, my husband's into ATVing and he has a motorbike. I can totally relate, right? So now we have this conversation going. She wants vanilla suede. And so what I'm doing is she's already going to be putting an order in, but what I'm going to do is she loves it so much. She's telling me how much she loves the Scentsy. She doesn't know why she tried it sooner. I'm going to try to get her on the team. So this is a way of me engaging and telling little stories to her, like stories matter, right? So that was an example. Another thing you can do is just randomly message somebody and say, I know you love your washer lifts. Would you like a free sample of coconut cotton? It's a new scent. People that you have in your contacts, even if you just go in your Facebook list of people, oh, that person likes this, that person likes this. I should just randomly message 5 to 10 people a day just about something like, I'm thinking about you, or I know you like this. Would you like a free sample? Those are just some ideas. Another way to engage in relationships is actually just doing live videos. Like I did a video challenge in my team page, and it is helping people not only step out of their comfort zone, but it's allowing their contacts, their friends, their customers to actually see their real personality, which you don't see when you just type a post. You don't see the quirkiness of people, the caringness of people. Just by doing these videos and sharing who you are, that's going to attract people to want to be around you, to want to follow more videos that you post in the future. And eventually, then when you put a Scentsy post in here or there, well, they already like you because of your videos and who you are, they might want to try it. And this is a way of engaging and also maybe possibly getting recruits in the future. So often, I actually watched a training today, and they said, when you do these videos, do a video that adds value to somebody. Don't mention Scentsy at all in them. You'll be known for adding value to people's lives, and you'll gain far more followers than if you're always just posting about Scentsy. Eventually, they will find out that you do sell Scentsy. So some ideas would be maybe something funny that your kid does, and then there's an underlying message like, okay, now I know never to give my kids this, or something that you've read and you had like a learning lesson from it, and that makes you adding value to somebody else. So when I shared that why video of how Scentsy brought me to faith. You don't know the amount of people that actually private messaged me, emailed me. There was random people I didn't even know who they were, found my email and messaged me saying that it impacted them and that to keep going. And just it was very inspiring. So I think just by videos that are non-related to Scentsy can actually show your personality and who you are and your customers and your friends, and people are just going to want to start following you. So, now what else was I going to say about that? Oh, so for your videos and Scentsy posts or adding value posts, like an awesome quote that you found that just makes total sense, on Facebook, make sure you click to public. This is showing way more people, not just your immediate people. I've put it to public, and now I have all these different followers following me. So it's a start, right? I've done a couple of videos. I've done how do you make Scentsy samples, and that added value to a lot of people, consultants, but it also added value to my customers, and now they see the work that I put into my business. And so that type of a video started, I got a few followers from that, but make sure it's public. You can still put friends and family when it's posted that have your kids in it and you don't want others to see. But when you do your Scentsy posts or you're adding value videos, make sure you put it to public. So something Joyce Kopp had showed, and I showed you guys in my team page, this is how she's engaging her people. She has a little wicker basket that she puts in her car, and inside it is a bunch of light bulbs, and then she has little packages like this. So what she's doing is she's saying, I'm going to be in the, so say it was me, I'm going to be in the Coquitlam area tomorrow. I'm wondering who in the Coquitlam New West area wants some free samples. And so she's doing this, and she's done it for 4 days now, and I keep seeing people liking it and people engaging with her. Well, people are going to fall in love with the fact that you're giving them all this free stuff. There's a product, the skin sample, there's wax, there's a card that says, contact me for a sniffing date at a coffee shop. So you're adding value to somebody's life by giving them all this free stuff, but in return, they're trying new stuff, right? So you are going out of your way, they see you as a caring person, and that's engaging, and that's actually strengthening your relationship because they're going to remember you when they think of Scentsy. Penny goes out of the way to deliver this to this area, or just randomly go into people's that live in your area. Go to their front door. Don't even knock. Just leave them a sample and a catalog, and it's strengthening a relationship, right? So yes, put your Facebook post to public. So that would be something I'd probably put to public. I would probably want to put that to public. Then people in the area could see it. So build people up. When I private message people, it could be something like, oh, I love the way you do this, or I love that picture of your kids. It's building on relationships. So sending private messages to your friends and your contacts helps people be more connected to you. I think you'd be amazing on my team because, and state the reasons why you think they'd be amazing on your team. You're planting a seed, but more importantly, you're making them feel amazing. So what I was thinking about earlier is people connect to the feelings they get from you. People connect to the feelings they get from you. So what kind of a vibe are you putting off to people? Is it positive Penny? Or is it Debbie Downer? No, sorry, Debbie, not Debbie Downer, but you know what I mean, like another name, Donna Downer. People get vibes. Think about this. Would someone, why would someone want to join you? When I think of myself as being quirky. I put silly posts with my face going like, I laugh in my pictures. I show myself. I'm not showing a generic flyer from Scentsy. I'm making my own post showing you that I'm using whatever it is I'm using. Like this, right? I'm being myself. Well, people like to see who the real you is. So my personality, I'm quirky and I show it. I'm caring, I'm generous with my samples. And when I do this on a consistent basis, to be consistent, people actually see that I'm serious about my business. And this is how you get referrals. If you don't only post once every blue moon, nobody knows that you still do Scentsy, you're not engaging with others. You need to be consistent and always showing yourself, being the true you, sharing feelings, and adding value to others. So be you this summer. Shine. Maybe think about barbecues that you can just have with your team or your customers, just to get to know people. Of course, you're going to have Scentsy on the side, but the main focus could be to be building relationships. Coffee dates, that's my preferred method. I get to be one-on-one. I do a lot better one-on-one with somebody than in a group, so I love coffee dates. I put my testers out on the table. I get people asking. That's a chance for me to share my story with my new potential recruit or just customer that becomes a recruit. When I share my stories, those are the people that are so excited because my excitement is going to wear off on them. Spray park with kitties. Just drop off random samples to people's doorsteps. Message, call, email. Just pick up the phone, call somebody. Voice messages on Facebook. That has been a huge one for me. So I will send a voice message in the messages to my team, to my customers. I actually sent one to a group of 3 gals that consecutively they're friends, so they kept having parties one after another, but they've all told me they might want to join. So I put them in a voice message together. I think you guys would be so awesome, and if you just joined, the 3 of you could be together, and they all kind of laughed and stuff, like with their little emojis, but it's like a fun way, and it caught them by surprise that they heard my voice. So that's another way to engage with people. Reward your loyal customers. So a referral program, like Catherine was saying, and Carly was saying. So refer a nightlight or anything. If somebody that they know that joins, it's showing that you care about your loyal customers, and that's just enhancing your relationship with them. Be you. That is how you'll engage the best relationship. So for me, I give people hugs. I give people samples. I post on people's walls. I shout out people. I comment and I like on other friends' posts because I don't want them to think that all I care about is Scentsy. People know that I'll pray for them. People know that I love mission trips and I share that, and my story. So, and yeah, I think that's about it. I have a bunch of things all written over, but some team building would be brunch meetings, which I do sometimes. I do the coffee dates. Some people would like to do art together or go bowling. So that's a way to engage and just have fun with your team and build relationships. This creates a community that people do not want to leave. When you create a community that people don't want to leave, they're going to be loyal to you. Your team's going to do better. Just the overall morale of the whole team. People are like committed to each other and support each other. It's an awesome feeling. So that's it. People connect to the feelings they get from you, and that's how I engage with people. I just share my love, and that's what I got for you tonight, guys.
Awesome. Thank you. Lots of good stuff, and you covered a lot of my points too, so I'm going to read through them quick. Number 18, try new products. We have a really wide product range now, so don't get stuck with just the basics, but try something like try a new product every month, or try a new type of scent that you don't normally try. Have your friends try new products and have them borrow them, like borrow bags, and tag you in a post or a review of that product. Number 19, ask for referrals and create a referral program. Reward your customers who send their friends to you. 20, do a video or live stream. That was covered. 21, do a booking blitz. You need parties in summer just like you do the rest of the year, but why not get a head start on the fall and do a booking blitz in the summer and say, hey, I know that like we're going to see the fall catalog in a couple of weeks, and you can use that as leverage. Don't share it yet, for goodness sake, don't share it. But message your best customers and say, hey, I know that you're going to love this product. I want you to be, my first party in September, that type of thing. And do it together with your team, because the enthusiasm from everyone, oh, hey, little penny pig. The enthusiasm is contagious. The last time we did a booking blitz, there were 14 or 15 of us there, and within half an hour, we had like 25 parties booked. It was so fun. 22, this is better for August. Do a last chance first glance party. So do it near the end of August. Have a party at your house, or have a customer host a party, and people can order from the outgoing catalog and can also order from the new catalog. You just have to be really organized for that type of party, so think it through. 23, find an accountability partner. If you're having trouble sticking to doing something every day, find somebody on your team, in your upline, your downline, your sideline, another line, it doesn't matter. Find somebody who you get along with, but who you know will challenge you and push you, and check in with them every day or every couple of days. 24, host a meet the neighbors party. This is especially good for people who move often, or maybe just moved or have a move planned this summer. Why not host a little get together for the neighbors? 25, Penny also mentioned this one, work in a public place. I try and do this once a week when school is in. It's a little more challenging with the kids, but I'll go to McDonald's and let the kids run around in the playland, and I will bring my testers and set them out on the table and start sniffing them. But bring your work somewhere public, so that more people will be around. 26, this is usually something we do in January, but it can help kind of refocus for the second half of the year as well. Create your vision board or your dream board. Really define your why you're in this business, and what your specific goals are. Like, what do you really want to accomplish this year? Do you want to buy a car? Do you want to go on a vacation? Do you want to earn a specific promotion? Decide what that is and put it in writing and in pictures, because it is so much more powerful when you can see it. 27, find a system that works for you and stick with it every day. And Marcy, that's your cue. Are you ready?
I am ready. Well, hi everyone. I'm Marcy Manley. I am a superstar consultant on Catherine's team, obviously. So I'm here to talk to you guys today about what I do every day to make sure that my business is running smoothly and that I continue to work my business. I will say, though, being the last one that's speaking, everyone's already talked on these points, so I guess I'm just going to elaborate a little bit more about what I specifically do, and hope that maybe one of you guys haven't heard some of this already. So the first thing that I do, and I mean, this seems like it's not the biggest aha moment on earth, but the first thing I do every morning is I set my priorities. And although this may seem so simple, it's something that we don't necessarily do every single day. So first thing in the morning, I always try to keep in mind that, especially with this business, if you spend 15 to 30 minutes of intentional time running your business, and by intentional time I mean not letting Facebook interrupt you, not taking a phone call, not taking text, anything, you're just right there working your business, you can be super successful at this. So you don't, when we're talking in the essence of time, we don't necessarily need to have a ton of time to do it. We just need to make sure that we make the intentional time to do it, and then make sure that we follow through, of course. So when I talk about setting priorities, and I know Catherine already touched on this as well, the first thing that I do is I always check the news tab first thing in the morning, see what's going on, and then from there I kind of determine what my priorities are. I have kind of a list of things that seem to always pop up for me, like checking in on customers, following up, etc., placing orders if they need to be placed, but definitely checking your news tab and deciding where you want to invest your energy for the day. I'm a mom of 2 kids, so 2 little tiny people, and they're a lot of energy in themselves. So for me to conjure up that energy, it needs to be somewhere where I can really focus and really put all my energy into it. So that's why it's so important for me to set my priorities. Number 2, and I know Catherine's talked about this, and I know that Penny just talked about this, but obviously we're trying to drive that point home, and that is being consistent. And I can say that I'm fairly consistent with my business every day. And when I talk about consistency, I don't necessarily mean that every single day I have a Facebook, like a Scentsy Facebook post or anything necessarily like that. I do post about my business every day, every week, every month, and I make sure that I do that. But when I talk about, well, posting, for example, not only is it advertising, it's also building your credibility as a Scentsy consultant. And you may wonder how that's building your credibility, and I guess when I look at it, it's building my credibility in the fact that people that are watching me, which as we can probably all attest to, or at least the majority of us who have been in this business for a long enough time, even a few months at that, people are always watching you. Always. People that you do not know are watching you are watching you. They're watching your posts, they're watching what you're doing. So when I say that being consistent is important, I'm talking about that. There's like a buddy war going on down there. I'm talking about being consistent as a consultant. So when you're posting about your business, you're building your credibility in the fact that people know that you're taking it seriously. And if you're consistently posting about your business, they know that you're not giving up on it. And some people may not jump on the Scentsy bandwagon from the moment that you join as a consultant. They may not be one of your first orders. They may not be one of your first few orders. But if they see that you're constantly doing it, you may find that down the road, they're just kind of waiting it out. They're seeing if it is something that's very important to you or something that you're going to actually be putting your all into. And that is why consistency is key. And I guess another thing, and this is just from a personal standpoint, guys, is that I used to also work for another direct sales company. And I'm not saying that you can't do two at once. And for those of you who can and that are successful at it, good on ya. I could not do it myself. But I felt like making that leap from one business to another actually made me lose a little bit of credibility. So sorry, guys. I have a 4-year-old interrupting me. One sec. Sorry. Go. Yeah. Thank you. Love you. Sorry. Yeah, I felt that I just lost some of my consistency right there. I felt that jumping from one business to the other, it might have lost a little credibility for me. I mean, I've since, I believe, proven myself as a Scentsy consultant, but it just, when you're all over the place and you're posting one thing about this and you're posting one thing about that, it kind of gives people a mixed message. And as I said, people are always watching. And so I think it's really important to just be consistent with your business posts, and also, as Penny touched on, and I think this is something that's very important, if you're going to use your Facebook account, your Instagram account, whatever it happens to be, for business purposes, keep it positive. If you just remember that the people that are watching you are also watching your business, and now those negative posts that you're making are now attached to your business as well. So if you're going to be using those accounts, just I feel it's really important to keep it very positive when you are using those accounts, and or make a separate account for your business if you have things that you maybe are considered something that shouldn't be touched on, or you don't want to share with your customers, etc. So yes, keeping it positive is huge. I always try to stay positive as much as I can. I know that there's days where that's a little bit harder. Thank you, Penny. But I do try to stay positive as often as I can. So the next thing that I wanted to talk about with consistency is just when it comes to sales and it comes to things that Scentsy offers us, don't be choosy. Don't choose for your customers what you think you should be posting, because you don't know who that post would actually speak to. And by choosing which sales you want to post about or what promotions we have going on, you're making that decision for your customer in the long run. You're saying that I don't know anybody who would want that. And that's not really fair either. So don't be choosy with your post. If there's a promotion or something going on, post it. So many times I've posted things going like, okay, well, nobody's going to bite on this. surely enough, I get like 2 or 3 people who do. So just if there's something going on, like the buddy sale right now, for example, is a great example. And I believe Carly actually posted a video about it the other day about how she just decided to post it randomly and she got a qualifying order out of it. So like, don't be choosy. Post whatever's there. Post what's at post whatever at your disposal, because it's not very often that we see a ton of promotions. So when we do get them, scoop them up, post them. You don't know, as I said, everyone's watching, so you don't know who that's going to speak to. The most important thing, and I feel that it's something that is so simple, yet something that is so overlooked, is following up with my customers. So I do make sure that this is now something that I live and breathe, and I will totally admit that this was not something that I did for a very long time. Like, I would say I've been with Scentsy for a year. I would say it's only been something that I've started doing like since the beginning of this year. So it's so key, guys. I can't even tell you how detrimental that can be to your business. Like, just following up, and as Penny mentioned, you don't have to necessarily talk about or make a sales pitch to somebody. Just ask them how they like their product. You're building that relationship, as Penny talked about, and you're asking and seeming sincere about wanting to know how your products are working for your customers, and that's huge in itself. So make sure that you're following up, and I know you guys hear us talk about that all the time, and it's so annoying. I know I'm annoying you right now just talking about it. I don't care. Follow up with your customers. I'm telling you, it works. Okay, so number 4 for me is be prepared. So again, I know this has already been touched on, woo! But always be prepared. So I won't elaborate much more than everyone else has, like with bringing catalogs or having your testers ready, having a little bag ready to go. One thing that I learned from World Tour that's actually a really good thing in terms of being prepared is if you're going to have a home party, have a basket party ready to go at that home party for somebody who may want to do a basket party. You can hand it off to them right there on the spot. That was like a big aha moment for me. I know it seems like, oh good, the little blonde girl figured it out. But no, it was a huge moment for me. I'm like, why have I never had a basket party ready to go at a home party before? Brilliant. And I've had the past 2 home parties that I've sent a basket party home with it. So it does work, and it's a good way to kind of seal the deal for the people that are interested in having a party. Instead of trying to touch base with them after, it's kind of like sealing the deal and being like, here you go, here's my basket, just take off with it. The other thing is, and something that I'm introducing to my team this coming month is, and I'm not really sure if this is be prepared or not, but it's something Catherine brought up to me in our conversation recently, and it's called the 50-10 rule, I believe. Catherine, you can correct me. Oh, look at, you're both shaking your head. Yes, I got it right. So the 50-10 rule, and this is going to be something that my team, like it or lump it, smelly cats, is coming your way. And it is, the whole idea behind it is handing out 50 samples in a month and 10 opportunity packets or possibility packets, whatever you want to call them. And it's in a month. So like, take that into consideration. That's not even 2 samples a day and 1 packet every 3-4 days. 3, good math. So that's something that I do believe is a way of being prepared for your business. If you know at the beginning of the month that you have 50 samples to hand out that month, it's a good way to keep yourself accountable, and it's a good way to be prepared for your business, because now you've got these 10 possibility packets, so you're looking to grow your team, and that's a way of being prepared. And you've got 50 samples that you're going to hand out to new people, and that's another 50 people that you're going to touch on. And even if you take I think it's like 1 in 10 people will say yes. If you hand out 10 possibility packets and 1 person says yes in that month, that means you're bringing on, or you're sponsoring, a new person every single month. That's 12 people per year. And that's pretty aggressive. And if everybody on your team is doing that as well, think of the numbers that you'll get come the end of the year. Be pretty awesome. I want to do it. I'm going to try. So the next part is, we're talking about time a lot, and I know the summer for me as well is crazy. So I'm fortunate enough that I get to stay home with my kids. So someone could look at me and say, oh, she's got all the time in the world to be able to go do that and go post, do whatever. However, I know that there's a lot of successful Scentsy consultants that work 40 hours a week, that also have 2 children, that have families, et cetera, et cetera. There is a system, and it's not something that I know a ton about yet, but maybe Catherine can speak to it a little bit more, and it's called scalable systems. And it's basically a binder setup of what you need to do each day of each week in a month. So Mondays is this day, like Mondays I think is, I don't know, customer day, Tuesdays is team day, Wednesdays is delivery day, or whatever it happens to be. But it's a very smart and very accurate system for being able to manage time, because you know that on Mondays the only thing that you're doing for your business is this, and Tuesdays the only thing you're doing for your business is this. So if you find that the essence of time or time management tends to be an issue or isn't on your side during the summer or any other time in the year, try using that system. And Catherine, I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but you're totally going to have to talk more about it because I know that it's a little more in depth. But I really, really would urge people who think that they don't have the time to do business posts or do things for their customers or whatever it happens to be. I talked about in my first point 15 to 30 intentional minutes every single day. Those are your 15 to 30 intentional minutes. So it becomes very easy when you have it right in front of you and you know what to do every day. And finally, my last point is simple, very simple, and it's just never stop working your business. Just don't stop. Every single day, make sure that you're doing something for your business, because if you stop, it's so hard to get back on. And there's just do one thing a day. That's all I ask. And I see it from my own team. I've seen it from myself in the past. And if you don't post something every day, it's very easy to get stuck in a rut, and it's very easy to just let it go because it's so much harder to just jump back on. So just stay on top of it. That's all I ask, because success does not come easily, and if you do want to be successful in this business, you have to work. And we know this. We all know this. It does not come to us. We have to go to it. So work your business, don't stop, and I hope you all have a great summer.
Awesome. Thank you so, so much. I will not talk about scalable systems because I do not explain it well at all. But I will tell all of you to find, I'm not going to write it either because you won't be able to read it. But find on YouTube Christina Stainbrook, and she has a video explaining it in detail. And then also in there is the link to the printable files. I don't have all that stuff. But it's all available online. Look under Christina Stainbrook, Scalable Systems. And I've been using it since the beginning of the year. And yeah, it basically just helps me stay on task. Monday's customer day, I do my orders, thank you notes, whatever, schedule my customer posts, and then I'm done. And I can spend the rest of the day with my kids. Tuesday's team day, so I do coaching calls if that's what I'm doing, or a coffee meeting, or I run reports or send out mail, and then I'm done for the day, and so on. So it works really well when I stick with it. Anyway, I'm gonna try and like motor through the rest of these because we've gone a little over, and I know people, it's late out here. So 28, get creative, craft with empty bars or like empty clamshells, post pictures. I actually know there's a superstar director I follow who is known for being crafty, and she actually throws crafting and Scentsy parties, which is kind of neat. 29, set up a display at a local business. I think this is one thing that hasn't been touched on tonight. So find a nail shop or a hair shop or a gym or personal trainer or wherever that will let you display a warmer and cards or catalogs, and maybe have a draw box so that you can get contact information. That is a great way to find new contacts. Hand in hand with that, but slightly different, so number 30 is go to places like spas or massage therapists or chiropractors and offer a diffuser. You may not want to lend it to them or give it to them, but maybe they would be interested in purchasing one to display. as kind of a wellness thing. 31, make sure, this is really important actually, and it wasn't mentioned yet either tonight. Update your story and your picture on your PWS, your personal workstation. First of all, be subscribed to your PWS. Second, make sure that your photo and your story is up to date so that people know who they are dealing with when they find you online. This is really important because you never know who is searching for a consultant. People are searching for consultants. I know sometimes we get the feeling that everybody has a consultant or two, but that's not the case because lots of people do leave this business on a regular basis, unfortunately, and their customers still want Scentsy. So make sure that you are there to be found. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten random orders. I have had random recruits. Sarah, who's on our team, who's a director on our team, was a random recruit from my PWS picture and story. So just goes to show it's a very valuable tool. 32, always have an open party on your PWS. I usually have one on there that says online orders here because when you get those random orders, you want them to pop it into that party so you can get rewards later. 33, we've talked about this a lot tonight, brand yourself. Make sure that when you go to the beach, you have the big Scentsy umbrella or the Scentsy beach towel. Make sure your kids everywhere have their buddies, wear your gear, your hats, your shirts, everything. 34, gift Scentsy. So there's all kinds of occasions in the summer. We have our last day of school here is on Wednesday. And so we have a warmer and a couple of bars picked out for my son's teacher. I let him pick the bars. Weddings, we have baby showers coming up. Anything that's a gift-giving occasion, gift Scentsy. 35, follow-up. We already talked all about that. 36, this is a neat one that I tried a couple of years ago, and it actually worked well to carry me through the summer months. Start a host of the month club. To keep it short, basically you would divide the dollar amount that you need for a minimum qualifying party by a number of people, say 5 or 6 people, and get those 5 or 6 people to commit to, say, 6 months of every month ordering. Let's just say it's $40 every month, and each month one of them would have a turn at receiving the host rewards. Of course, this is a personal special, so you couldn't advertise it publicly, but you could definitely contact your very best customers who order every month anyway. And that way you've got a guaranteed minimum order every single month. 37, promote Scentsy specials. We've already talked about this, but I just want you guys to know that Scentsy does Warmer of the Month and Scent of the Month and Bring Back My Bar and the Buddy Sale. Even the fact that the Buddies are limited edition and that new ones always come out, they do it that way so that we have a reason to contact our customers. So make sure you're doing that. Because like Marcy said, you never know who will need what product. It's often the last person that you'd expect. 38, break it down. Not break dancing, but yeah, Penny. Can Penny the pig break dance like that? And I have to apologize to Marcy that we were totally having like a buddy dance off while you were talking. That was so rude. But anyway. So when you have a PRV goal, like hopefully everybody is still working to the summer incentive. All right, guys, hey now. I love Bubbles and her googly eyes. I feel kind of bad for her. It's like she has a lazy eye. Anyway, I see you laughing. Okay, so break it down. Whatever your goal is, break it down into manageable chunks. One of the training materials I presented on this year said the average order is $50 per person. So if your goal is 1,000 PRV in July, you need 20 people to order $50 each. Or if your goal is 500 PRV, you need 10 people, and so on. You get what I mean, but just break your goals into more manageable chunks. I often divide it up by 6-packs. So I tell people, you just need 10 more 6-packs or 6 6-packs, because that's, I don't know, I fall back on those. They're the easiest thing to sell to all your wax junkies, right? 39, be your own best customer. Use all the product lines. I kind of did a little poll on this a few months ago on our team page, and I was surprised how many people have never tried the laundry care, the skin products, the Counter clean. For the love of all that's clean. Use the counter clean, people. You can use it to clean your car. Your car. Okay, seriously, before I did this video, it's like there's smell-o-vision, Penny. I like got my number 9 roller perfume and it smells so good. But I use all of it. And my husband does too. And the kids use the bath smoothie. It's good, good stuff. And if you're not using it, why is anyone going to buy it from you? Like if you don't see the value in it. And anyway, enough said. You get the point. Number 40, host a mystery host party. So that is a great way to kind of collect all your random orders that you gather from the beach and camping and swimming lessons and the library and wherever you are, and kind of entice people to order. There is approved verbiage, how do you say that word, in the news tab. If you go in the news tab and use the search function and type in mystery host, there is an article with approved wording that you can use to advertise it even on Facebook. So do that. 41, Scentsy bridal shower. So summer is wedding season. I have this picture in our team page somewhere in all the pictures that was shared by somebody else. They did a bridal shower, Scentsy party, and they had like a little branch in a pot. There was like the tree, and they had the bride go through the catalog and choose all the items that she would like, and they wrote them or typed them or something, and it made it look really cute on little papers and tied them with ribbons onto the branches of the tree. And then the guests at the party got to choose which item they would buy for the bride. The consultant said that most of the guests bought not only for the bride, but also for themselves. So can you imagine like how good of a party that would be? 42. So I know we had a lot of people join our team last summer, and so you will be celebrating your Scentiversary this summer. So throw a Scentiversary party, similar to a customer appreciation party. Like have a little celebration. Thank your customers for sticking with you for a year. 43. I really hate saying this because school's not even out yet, but back to school ideas. Start promoting them early to allow, I know, right? To allow time for people to order. Buddy clips, right? These little babies. I love them. Buddy clips, travel tins, scent packs, all that good stuff. 44, fundraisers. So fundraisers are good all year round. Even if, contact organizations, post on Facebook asking for referrals, ask people. A trick that Katie Varner uses a lot, I see her post every once in a while. If you had $500 to donate to any local charity of your choice, what would it be? And that kind of gets the ball rolling, lets you know like what kind of organizations people are interested in supporting. You can then contact those organizations, and so on. 45 and 46 are both theme party ideas that I think are super fun with kids. Why not have a Scentsy Buddy tea party? I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm a boy mom, it sounds super fun. But because, boys don't do that. Not at this house anyway. And then 46, a coloring party. Don't forget, we still have the Reimagine warmer and the DIY Calavera skull warmer. So tons and tons and tons of fun stuff to be done. And if you did even a couple of those every week this summer, your business is going to be strong come fall and the crazy, crazy busy season that it is. So do you guys have anything else you want to say before we let everyone go? We went over, so I'm happy that we still have people with us, but I'm sure you guys want to go to sleep. No? You're good? All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining. Like I said, the whole thing has been recorded and will be available to watch on YouTube. So please share, please rewatch, and thanks everyone for all your input and ideas. Bye. Have a good night.